is it our responsibility to take care of that, or whose
Because
responsibility is it?
we have talked about getting things in order.
Yeah. Is that
And
one of the things?
I mean, to me, that conversation is, do you have conversations with your family on when I die, what do you want from this? Whatever it is it your household, whatever? And if they're like, nothing, then, like, no offense, I'm going to say it, Tracy E., rethink your teacups. Rethink your teacups.
I'll have to ask Megs if she wants my teacups.
And she might only want two special ones. Like, there might be two that she thinks those bring something to me, and or
I
one of
doubt it
them.
because first of all, they have sat in a cupboard like 98% of her life. So I mean,
Right,
it's not like she watches me drink tea out of them. So I
right.
like there's no association there like
Okay,
at
so we're
all.
having this great conversation. Do we
Oh
have
yeah,
it
we should.
now or do we?
Yeah, let's just roll with it, right?
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Like if you're holding on to stuff, why are you holding on? Like if no
right.
one wants it, right? That's really what we're talking about.
So I think if we go back to when I had to do my big move,
Yeah.
I remember I moved around my grandmother's vase,
Mm-hmm.
but there was so many other things from my grandmother and my mother that I kept moving from place to place. And I know nobody's going to want this special sweatshirt my mother always wore. Like it just, I think sometimes I'll be honest, I get like a little kid and I just feel comfortable seeing it like my mother is there.
Hmm.
And my mother passed in 2016.
Hmm.
I do not have that sweatshirt any longer. I do still have that base. Now, will one of my kids take that base when I pass? Probably not. But here's the thing, it's not taking up tons of stuff within my household.
Hmm.
And it makes you
There,
feel good.
yes.
So
And I think
there
that's
has to be a balance too.
right. And I know, Tracy E., we tease you about the teacups that you have put away in a drawer. But is there like one or two of those key teacups that mean something to you? And the thought of maybe removing a few would be something, because think about it. After both you and your husband have passed,
Hmm.
you are putting that burden on Meg's
Hmm.
or your daughter to have to
Hmm.
do the chore.
Yeah. No question. And I have, there's been lots of times because I have been trying to get rid of stuff, as you guys both know. I have been trying to get rid of stuff. I just plan sessions. I just go, okay, I'm in the mood. I'm feeling it. I know I'm not going to be laboring over, oh, do I keep this? Do I not keep this? It's just like get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it. And when I'm in those moods, I'm like, I get rid of so much stuff. And it's like you just get down to business. I try to make sure I have a couple of those at least a week. And I have really been, I mean, I still look around and go, oh my God, like, look at all this stuff. But I have been really getting rid of quite a bit of stuff. But what I really should do is walk around with Megs and go, let me know if any of this is important. And also why it's important because I can see Megs going, "Oh, it's important because I think it's important to you, so therefore
Mm.
I need to
Right.
keep it." It's like, like if the backstory isn't there, then it's really like don't hang on to it for those reasons, right? If you have a little bit of sentimentality, it's really hard to let things go because it's like, oh,
Hmm.
well, that was my dad's, that was my mom's, that was my grandma. That's me. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm
Right.
like, which is why I have all of this stuff that sits literally in cupboards. I would never use it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm afraid to use it. I'm afraid something's going to break. But it's like, what's the point then? Like seriously, what's the point?
I totally agree.
Mm.
When I left and had to downsize out of that big home, I had to get rid of a ton of furniture. And some of it was sentimental and some of it was just furniture. And because my boys live on the East Coast, I walked with my computer and I'd say, "What do you want?" And I'd be like, "Okay, when you take it, where are you putting it?
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to use it?" Just like you said with Megs. Why? Where are you putting it? And if they said, "Well, I don't know," well, then you have to tell me where it's going before I bring it up to you. Because I got a U-Haul and I traveled with it and brought the pieces to them. I'm like, you have to. And it does my heart good when I walk into their homes now and I see the pieces,
Hmm. Hmm.
then I know they have what's important to them.
Hmm. I'm less concerned about my furniture, like ditch it, it doesn't
Well,
mean
Hmm.
anything, like
that
whatever.
was,
I'm concerned
yeah,
about the drawers. You open the
yeah,
drawer and you're like, oh my God, mom,
yeah,
like what's in here? What do I do with this stuff, right? That's what I want to get cleaned up so that she
yep.
doesn't have to be faced with any of that nonsense. And
I
I mean, there's lots of drawers I open up and I go, oh my God, like just close it. I'll deal with that later. I can't do it right now.
I
I
think
think with
that
the kids, the most important is the why. Like, why are you
yes,
taking it? But I think there's that merge of your own house needs the decluttering plus the purge of what do I want to surround myself with at this point in my life? Because I know we have some stuff that it should have gone a long time ago, but we just haven't got around to doing it. And I think
Yeah.
it is in stages, but really at this point in life, don't you want to just surround yourself, open a drawer and it be clear?
yeah.
not a,
Yes.
not every drawer a junk drawer and all that stuff, and knowing exactly what your kids want so you feel no regrets going, this was my mother's, but I'm going to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Except I
Right.
now have found this woman that DIYs everything, and it makes me go, well, maybe I should DIY this and upscale it or upcycle it. And so now it's like, stop it. I can't go down that road.
Right, right. I did that. In fact, I can show you guys. I love the picture, but it didn't match anything. So I'm going to see if I can turn my computer. Okay. Ah, let me
Okay.
Ah, it's
see.
Okay.
beautiful.
Okay. So that was my partner's mother's. She was somebody who collected signed and numbered prints.
Okay.
Okay. The frame was the 90s gold foil. So we're like, well, we got to get rid of it. But I kept looking at the flowers and it's a watercolor. And I'm like, but that's so pretty. So someone says, well, just get a new frame. So I went to take the back and the back is sealed perfect. Like it's all from the artist. And I'm like, I don't want to destroy it. But I didn't like the frame. Well, a $5 can of spray paint.
And a lot of
Yeah.
masking off.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I masked it and now is that perfect? If you were to look at it up close, eh, but I don't care.
It's perfect
So
for you, though, right?
it is
That's
because I
the
sit here and I look up at it like when I'm having a tough day and I just look at those flowers and picture the garden it came out of, and it's a mason jar. And then I think of
mm,
my partner's mom because it was one she loved and had up here. So to me, that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
like, that is perfect. When I'm no longer here, whatever happens to it happens. But for me, that is something here.
Yeah.
But
So,
I
so
can't
the
even tell you
second
how
part,
many pictures we then gave away.
yeah. But I was going to say the second part too is what I think, like I found lovely when my both parents had passed, though, was actually going through stuff and then going down memory lane. So even though it's, if you don't give it as a burden where you've got to clear out a whole house of 50 years worth of house stuff and more of a, these, in the last 30 years, this is, or 20 years, this is what I felt was precious to me. I think it's
Yeah.
kind of nice. Like, it's like, oh yeah, this is the picture, my mother-in-law loved, and, I love it too. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I think there's, again, goes back to a balance.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think I remember, I think I have shared this story in our past decluttering ones. My grandma, she just picked up and left, and my mother picked her up and moved her to what you call it, Florida. And she left the house like she was coming home the next day. Her cupboards were full, her freezer was full, her everything was full. And I had to empty this 5 room apartment of everything.
Wow.
Yeah. I packed up 27 boxes that we shipped down, and everything else I had to pack up.
Wow. There's a show on actually. I love this show. It's on decluttering. It's called something messy house or tidy mess or something like that. Anyways, what happens, the premise of the show is that, this family is, the families are just living with like so much stuff, right? Like way too much stuff. And nobody has gotten around to getting rid of anything. Like they walk you through the room. Some of it's almost on the verge of like hoarding.
Yeah.
And then what they do is they come in and they have a company that just boxes everything up, like absolutely everything in the fridge, your spice cabinets, your pantry, like everything. And they go and they put it into this warehouse. So they count the number of bins that they take out of the place, like it could be 97, 147 or whatever. And the goal is to come back with less than half of what you walked in with. And they, in return for them doing all of this, obviously they get space back, but it's a bit of a reno show, so they end up, you know, building storage and setting up rooms so that they're more functional for the family and that kind of stuff. So it's so good because you just see all this stuff and the
Yeah.
family's reaction to like, when it's all laid out in front of you like that, it's like that is completely different than going into a
Right.
room and going, how do I sort this out, right? It's like it's no longer in that same space. And that's actually what one person said. They said, seeing this not in the place that it normally lives allows me to see how it's no longer that important to me, right?
Right.
It's out of context, so it
Right.
allows you to see things in a totally different way. So it's a really good show. I really enjoy watching that.
And then I think also, so people get used to what's there and they don't see it any longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's a perfect example. I don't know if you guys realize, but I'm at the cottage, but my walls are a different color.
Hmm.
So when I got up here, we painted. Well, I painted. My partner, he's like, why? Everything's fine. But when I had to take everything out and then we recleaned everything, I painted. I have a new bedspread. I have new curtains. We're still putting up some pictures and everything and put everything back. He's like, oh, wow, it looks nice. Like there is that. I think we get so used to, how it's like that you stop hearing a noise that's always
Yeah.
going.
Or that
Yeah.
Or
commercial about the pet smell. Your house is,
yes,
you don't
yes,
smell your pet
you
anymore
don't
because
smell it
you're
anymore.
you're immune to it.
So I think that also happens with us with
Yeah.
our surroundings
Yeah.
aspect of it.
Yeah.
I don't think we realize what it is because it's been in that place for so long.
Mhm. Yeah, it's I bought this book called Nobody Wants Your I think it's called Nobody Wants Your Shit When You Die. I think that's what the actual title of it is. And it's some Swedish process that you go through to just literally get, deal with all the stuff so that when you die, nobody else has to deal with it. It's like that, it's that simple. I haven't read it yet, so I'm not really sure what the process is or how to do it. Like I said, I'm sort of doing my own little, decluttering situation, but it's hard. It
Yeah.
really and truly is hard. And I know for me, I have to be in the right frame of mind. If I'm overly tired, I can't make decisions. Um, if I'm feeling the least bit sentimental,
Mm-hmm.
everything stays. I can, like, there's a memory attached to all of it. So, like, oh, I remember when this happened and that. It's like, oh, forget it. Like, nothing's
I
going then.
know.
And I just
I
have to
know.
abandon. Like, seriously, it's crazy, right? And yet,
Yes.
all of the things that have gone out of my house since the beginning of the year, and I mean, I wish now I had actually counted the boxes because there has been box after box, bags and bags of clothing and like linens and all of this stuff that I've donated and given away. I really wish I maybe I'll start doing that from this point on. But it's like I could not tell you what I got rid of.
Mm.
Right.
Like I
Because
can't tell you what was
you
in.
don't miss it for one thing.
Yeah, but it's like
And
I honestly don't remember. Like I honestly don't remember. I don't remember.
that's the other thing that I think is a trick. They say pack it up and put it somewheres and mark a date, like mark it on your calendar, like a timer or something for 6 months from now, a reminder, and say, did you look in that box at all? And if the answer is no, they say to pick up the box and just donate it.
Mhm. I find
Because
it
it,
easier just to put it in the box, get the box full, and get rid of it. It's
get
like,
it rid of.
okay,
Yes.
it's like
Yeah.
that to
Yep.
me is a little easier. My temptation would be if I've packed something up and I'm seeing that box 6 months later,
You're gonna open it.
I would have to know what am
Yeah.
I getting rid of,
Yeah.
which sort of defeats the purpose. Because depending on
Yep.
my mood, I'd be like, what am I getting rid of that for?
So, viewer, what about you? What are your decluttering tricks? Or have you felt that or understand the need to possibly get rid of stuff? Or do you find it overwhelming? It can be overwhelming that you don't know where to start. And if you have a question about that, put it down in the comments. We can help you with that. Make sure you share this with somebody who might need a little push in the decluttering world. And make sure you hit subscribe and like and notifications so you know when our next episode will come out. Until next time.
Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you as a regular member of our community.